Broadway is back, and so are the Tony Awards. The 74th annual award show will air on CBS and Paramount Plus this Sunday. It's the first time the ceremony has taken place since Broadway shut down more than a year and a half ago. The big night will be hosted by decorated performers Audra McDonald and Leslie Odom Jr. To talk more about this, I'd like to bring in Leigh Scheps. She is senior digital reporter for Inside Edition. Hi, Leigh. Great to see you. So tell us why this year's award show is so significant.
Hi, Tanya. Well, yes, it is showtime for Broadway. This is going to be a significant year because this is a major opportunity for people all over the country to see on their TVs that Broadway is back and to see so many of the performances that we've all missed for the last year and a half. And not just in New York City, but there are musicals getting ready to tour all over the country. This is going to be an interesting year because only 18 Broadway shows are nominated. Usually it's more than double than that. And that's because the shows didn't get to open last spring when Broadway shut down in March of 2020. And this has been a long Tony Award season from 2019 when Moulin Rouge opened in July to the end of March of 2020. To think about that, that is a long time. The nominations came out in October of 2020. The voting ended in March. So all of these creative artists are now just finally getting to see who gets the big Tony Award.
I was going to say, you can't nominate shows that didn't make it on stage. So what can you tell us about the biggest race of the night, Best Musical? What is unique about this year's nominations in that category?
Tanya, well, the three shows that are nominated are Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Jagged Little Pill, and Moulin Rouge. All of these shows are jukebox musicals, meaning they all have songs that have originally been performed or created before. Yeah. Tina, the Tina Turner musical, is based on Tina Turner's life and features her music. Jagged Little Pill is an original story, but it features Alanis Morissette's music. And Moulin Rouge, of course, is based on the movie and features all prior pop songs.
So is there anything fans should be on the lookout for during the show? Any advanced show tips you can give viewers?
Yes. Well, one of the hosts, Audra McDonald, she can go on and beat her own record with a 7th Tony Award win. She is nominated this year. I also want to flag, if you want to watch during the ceremony, Aaron Tveit. He is nominated. He's the only one nominated, I should say, in his category for Best Actor. And in order for him to win, he actually has to get 60% of the Tony vote. So let's hope that Tony voters decided to vote for Aaron Tveit. And I also want to point out his co-star, Danny Burstein, who was also in Moulin Rouge. This has been an extremely painful year for him. He almost died of COVID-19. He was in the hospital. His story has been shared everywhere. His wife, another Broadway legend, Rebecca Luker, died of ALS in the past year and a half. And so this is going to be bittersweet. He has 7 Tony nominations throughout his career. So everyone is hoping that this is the year that he wins for Moulin Rouge. There are also going to be so many performances. Some of the original cast members of Hairspray are going to be back. There's going to be a performance from Freestyle Love Supreme, which features Lin-Manuel Miranda, or I probably will feature Lin-Manuel Miranda. I also want to point out that one of the presenters, Chita Rivera, this is an interesting fact. Broadway's great Chita Rivera is presenting one award, and on Tony night, which is September 26th, will actually be the 64th anniversary of when she opened West Side Story. There's a photo of her right there from West Side Story. And it's celebrated. That show opened in that theater. So she will be on stage at the theater where she's celebrating the exact 64th anniversary of West Side Story. So that is going to be a special moment that I think people should look for and celebrate as well.
Amazing. What a show with choreography by the brilliant Jerome Robbins. So, Leigh, we spoke to you before Broadway was sort of reopening and live shows were going back, back in action. What's it been like? Give us a report from how it's affected the area, how it's affected the industry.
Well, we've seen so many photos of Times Square and the theater district in the pandemic when there was no one in sight. It was a ghost town. Now things are slowly picking up. I was in the theater district for opening night of those big 4 musicals. I was at the theater for Chicago. We talked before opening night, and there was rapturous applause. We saw Hamilton celebrating. We saw The Lion King celebrating. We saw Wicked celebrating. And I do want to point out that it was interesting because when I was walking around that area on that day, there was one street, 45th Street, which Broadway is named the Great White Way because of this street, 45th Street, because of the white billboards of all the marquees. And I was on that street, and it was still empty because those shows hadn't opened yet. So I can't wait to see the day when the lines all across Times Square and all over the area are filled up again, because that will come soon. Shows are slowly opening. Come From Away reopened. There are more shows throughout the year, and some of the new shows are starting to reopen. I can't wait for Mrs. Doubtfire. That's opening soon. And the restaurants. I want to point out the hard workers. 100,000 people have been impacted in the Broadway industry by this shutdown. Now restaurants, too, are finally reopening, and that trickles into all the tourism and businesses finally able to recoup some of the money they lost throughout this hard time.
All right. Well, Leigh Scheps, thank you so much. It's exciting news coming from Broadway and the heart of Manhattan. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can watch the 74th Tony Awards this Sunday, September 26th, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern on CBS and Paramount+. There will be a live concert from Broadway's Winter Garden Theater, followed by the awards at 9 p.m. Eastern.